All right, we're live. First time ever putting myself, recording myself to put myself online. So it's a little bit nerve-wracking, but that's how we're going to get through this. So I've been using WordPress for 10 to 15 years to build a handful of different types of websites. Direct response style sales letters, video sales letters, membership websites, old school blogs, and newspaper style sites. And that's pretty much it. And if you know anything about WordPress, you can do a whole lot more than that. For example, WooCommerce, right? I know what it is. I get the general idea of what it does. Never used it, never installed it, wouldn't even know what it looked like if I saw it. So this channel is going to be me learning how to do all these different things with WordPress to really get my WordPress game up. So the plan is to go live. I just watched a video by Todd Brown where he talked about instead of stop consuming content, start creating content every day. And he said specifically for the next 30 days, create a piece of content every day for the next 30 days and watch what happens. And yeah, Todd, I'm taking you up on that challenge. So my goal is to go live on this new YouTube channel, but I can't do that right now. It said I had to request it and it can take up to 24 hours. So for today, we're just gonna record this video old school style, not live, and probably do a little tiny bit of editing and then put it on YouTube, and hopefully it can start going live tomorrow. And I like that idea. I'll give another shout out to copywriter Kyle Milligan. I got this idea of going live from him on his YouTube channel. I had the privilege of catching him early in his YouTube channel. It was a couple of videos in, I think. And he is a copywriter, as I said. And he went to work for Agora. And one of the things that he learned there is they have I guess 3 steps that you have to do. Read a piece of copy a day, write a piece of copy a day, and come up with a big idea a day. Not to get too deep into it, but reading a piece of copy a day, it's not just reading it and then deciding, would I buy this product or not? It's reading it and analyzing it and seeing if you can figure out what the copywriter was trying to do, what message he was trying to convey through the words that he was using. So anyways, Kyle decided that a good way for him to do that would be to go live on YouTube every day and read it and analyze it live on YouTube to hold himself accountable, start building up his name, I guess, right? And show his progress, and probably for him so he could go back if ever he wanted to in the future to see what he was thinking, what he was, how he was analyzing things, whatever. Anyway, so I got this idea from him, and I think it's a solid idea. And that's the plan here, to get myself used to being on camera and hold myself accountable. And to the 2 people who will ever see this video, well, hopefully, maybe you get something out of it too. So today, I'm going to be installing WordPress on my computer. So actually, I'll get into that in a minute. I'm going to be reading from this book here, WordPress, The Missing Manual by Matthew McDonald. If you type in WordPress on Amazon, it's one of the first non-sponsored results that shows up. Highly rated, a little bit expensive, 60 something bucks, I think, Canadian. But it's a decent sized book and highly rated. So we'll take a look and see. And today we're going to be reading chapter 3. We're not going to be reading it, actually. We're going to be doing what it says. Chapter 3 is testing WordPress on your computer. So originally, there's a little intro here, a couple of pages of intro to the chapter. And originally I was going to just read that verbatim, and I thought I would be fine in terms of copyright because I am, going to stop after the intro and then follow the steps, follow along. And so lately I've been, instead of using Google or whatever search, sometimes I like to ask questions to AI, and I like to ask questions to multiple AIs to see the different responses that I get. So I asked exactly this question: can I read verbatim from this book if I stop to do the steps, record it online and everything, record it on a screen capture style video. And the first AI that I asked gave me a very positive answer, made me feel pretty confident. Yeah, sure, no problem, you can do that, so long as you follow these steps and don't whatever. It made me feel confident. And then I copy and pasted the question into the second AI, and that response did not make me feel so confident. So yeah, I decided I don't know enough about copyright infringement or fair use or any of that. So what I did is I read the intro to the chapter just before coming on video, and I made a couple of little notes here on my sticky notes. Sticky notes? Yeah, that's what they're called. So I'll just read those to you, and then we'll get to the step-by-step. So chapter 3, testing WordPress on your computer. If you don't have hosting, you just want to learn and test out stuff before you go live with a new website, you can install WordPress on your computer. Only you will see what you create. So WordPress is made up of 3 different parts. It's called a WordPress stack. It's 3 different technologies that make up WordPress. And in the past, if you wanted to install WordPress on your computer like we're about to do, you had to set up each one, and it was quite complex, especially for non-techie people like myself. Today it's easy because some genius programmers created tools that do all the hard stuff for us. So there are 3 main tools. They are Local, Bitnami, and Instant WP. Seems like Local is the easiest and most updated. One of them is made by one guy that doesn't work on it often. It's just a little side project, I guess. And the other one is for more advanced people. So the one we're going to be using is Local. If I didn't say that already, I did say that. And that's it. So now we can get on with the steps. So let me get off this Google page, this Google Paris Games page. And okay, so step number 1, wait a second, is we're going to go to localwp.com. And like I said, I'm not going to read anything verbatim from the book, so you're going to have to deal with, if you're sticking around and watching this, you're going to have to deal with some long pauses, probably. Pauses of silence as I read quietly to myself, and come in every once in a while to explain what I'm doing. So, localwp.com. It's created by Flywheel. So we're going to hit the download button, choose our platform, which is Windows, still Windows for now. I'll be going on Linux soon. I just bought a new Windows, but I bought it refurbished because I know I don't want to put too much money into it because I'm going to be going for a Linux soon. Planning to go for a laptop just to get started and to learn. Can I leave that blank? Or we'll just do this. No, we'll go with that. If you want to send me an email for some reason, there you go. Also planning to get a new mic because this one is kind of in the way right now. So say the file is relatively big, between 200 and 500 megabytes. depending on your operating system. It did start. Just a side note here, I'm on a fairly busy street. Mind you, it's 10:47 p.m. on a Sunday night, but fairly busy street. All the windows are open, so you might hear a siren or horn every once in a while. Pretty hot day, so I'm not closing those windows. Okay. Unlock more tools, so this probably isn't necessary, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it for research purposes. And then I'm gonna go onto my other screen here. Okay. What is that? Hear that music coming from the street? Just curious. There we go. That works. Check my email. All right. Do that on the other screen too. I think I gotta go in the back. I'll be right back. D, yes. There we go. Trying to make sure that I don't show any passwords here on this screen that's being recorded. Okay, so I just got an email from them. Said verify, which I did. Now I'm in my local account. Okay, all good. Whoa. All right. So, there we go. Now we're in the local account, and I just saw, right, this I don't know. I didn't know you could put the entire alphabet in a password, so I'm gonna look at that afterwards when I'm done recording. Yeah. Okay, so we've installed local, right? Did we? Error reporting? Sure. To enable usage reporting. I'll go no for now. Looks like you haven't created any sites yet. Okay, so that's it. We got local installed, and there it is, right here. Local, right. Maybe we can't move that while we're recording. No, there we go. Can't move it. All right, so create a site. This is exactly what I'm seeing inside the book right now. So we're looking good so far. Okay, so let's get started. You can also press this at a local site. Yeah, there you go. Okay, create a new site, create from a blueprint, create new, continue. What's your site's name? So, we're just messing around here. You know what? Actually, we'll leave it here. We're just messing around. Advanced option, local site path. Okay, where do you want to put it? Right. Local sites. You know what? We're just gonna trust. Choose your environment. Choose your name. Obviously, you can tweak the settings. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. So, still gonna type this into my browser, it looks like, when I want to view the website. So it seems. Choose your environment, preferred, custom. Yeah, we're not, I don't even know what that means. We're just gonna go with preferred. Okay. All right. It seems like this is the info that you would set up, that you would choose just as if you're setting up a new WordPress website. WordPress email, interesting. Not sure what this is for. Copy and paste it just in case. So, tree. Just one tree. Is this a WordPress multi-site? No. I'm gonna say no. Okay, cool. So my domain name is magictreehouse.local. Interesting. One-click admin. Turn. If nailed. Okay. Right. Okay, interesting. So this book even says to expect exactly these security alert pop-ups. Interesting. There it is, not secure. Okay, so that's our website, our unsecured website. It's just like the typical new install on WordPress currently. I did one just a few days ago. Looked exactly the same. So, WordPress admin. Just opened it up on my other screen. So, and here we are in the dashboard. Okay, cool. Very cool. Not sure what push and pull means yet. Okay, cool. So it says that's pretty much it for installing WordPress on your computer. As I said, looks exactly like any other WordPress install. Let's see, just for fun, we'll put in the classic editor. Sure to look exactly the same. No, there you go. And if we deactivate, go to post new, it should be the Gutenberg. Yep. Gutenberg block editor, which I've never used, and that is on the calendar to learn that. So we'll get there. Let's take a look at what they say. So they say that's it for setting up your WordPress install. If you have a moment to linger, they have some interesting features they want to share with us. So managing your local sites. So talking about this here, the local program. Okay, so you can change your domain, change all this info, which I don't even know what it means, as I said, most of it. There's version. Stop site, I guess that's, well, let's just take a look here. Right, so it says you can shut down your site on local, you can rename it, you can delete it, change any settings that you picked originally, and so on. So I guess if you create more, they're just going to be listed here. Pick the one you want, make the changes to it. Okay, so if you click on stop the site, it'll just temporarily pause it. It'll still be there, but your web browser won't go to it if you try. Alright, so we just had a little interruption there, but we are back. Okay, so it says here if you're trying to view the files of your site on a real WordPress site that's hosted somewhere and live online, you need to use an FTP program to do so. But here, if it's on a local site, it's easier to inspect, it says, because it lives on your computer. Makes sense? Okay, there we go. So you can go to site folder here, and that opens up with all your files. So it says, right now this probably doesn't mean much to you, but as you go through the book, it'll cover more of it. There's my full name if you wanted it. I'm gonna have to learn how to make sure that no info I don't want to get out shows up in these recordings, especially when I start going live. Part of the reason why I got a brand new computer for this. This says brand new. I didn't do anything else other than go to YouTube. I logged into one of my accounts to go to YouTube. Besides that, I installed Camtasia, downloaded the Brave browser, and got to recording this video. So it says you can make multiple sites, multiple local sites. I guess if you want to try out different things. Oh, right, just add a local site. There you go. Create a new site again. We'll have to come back and make one for WooCommerce. Actually, just for fun, let's see. Pretty sure it'll show up here. There we go. Yeah, so we'll come back. The plan right now is for Wednesday, Tuesday. We'll do a WooCommerce site. We'll get there. Okay, cool. So you can also do blueprints. Right. So you can save this as like a template, I guess. A blueprint is kind of like a template. So that in the future, when you create another one, you can create from a blueprint. And it'll make a copy of something that you've already built, I'm guessing. That's what it seems to say here. Yeah, make perfectly cloned copies. Best of all, the blueprint stores your settings, theme, and all the data. And plugins. So that makes a copy. And cool, if you want to test different ideas on the same website, yeah, awesome. Click to save the blueprint. Using live links. Cool. So what it's saying here is if you wanted to share your website with somebody, let's say you're building a website for a client. You don't have to publish the site live online. You can use what they're calling a live link, which allows you to go to share that link with someone, and they can go through the Flywheel web servers to find your computer and see the site that you've shared with them. So that's pretty cool. So these links are only temporary. They'll expire, it says, after a short time, possibly just an hour, and certainly not more than a day. Interesting. If you want something longer, you need to use a test site on a real web host. Okay. Oh, interesting. Your computer has to be turned on. Your computer has to be turned on, and everything in here needs to be working fine. You can't stop the site or anything like that. That's interesting though. Your computer has to be on. If you turn off your computer, the live link won't work anymore. Interesting. There are security risks. So it says there can be risks. Local does what they can to they've got security features in place and everything, but there are always risks. It could potentially make it easier for hackers and whatnot to attack your computer through that live link. That's, I guess, part of the reason why they only work for a short amount of time. Okay, here we go. Here it is. Live link, enable. I guess you just click that. Oops, you're not logged in. Okay, log into your local account and then use live links in there. Okay, right. And here there's a screen cap image that shows you how to do it. And looks like we're at the end, yeah. So last word. It says WordPress is designed to run on a web server, but what we just learned lets your computer pretend to be a web server. Awesome. So one of the things I was wondering is if I could, other things in this book, if I could do them on this local website. And it says, of course I can. You're running WordPress just like any other WordPress. The only difference is that it's not online, it's on your computer. So, awesome. We'll probably be using this a lot on this channel. Seems like a safer way to do this. I did plan on also building a couple of actual real live websites, because why not? Doing the work anyways, might as well try some ideas out, see what happens with them. But that's it. So hopefully YouTube allows me to go live for tomorrow's video. And if you have any tips on fair use and copyright and help me understand how much of this I can actually read, this or any other book I can actually read verbatim, if any. and also how I can be sure to not show any sensitive information on my screen recordings. That's also something that I'm realizing probably kind of important. So to anyone watching, thanks.